There's a moment the market gives you. It's quiet and most people miss it. Price enters a key supply and demand level, a zone where big money is concentrated. And then the EMA cloud flips, and that's when everything changes. If you clicked on this, you already know the problem. You see a reversal forming, but you wait. You doubt yourself. You second guess. And by the time you decide to enter, the move is already gone. Most traders think the fix is more confirmation and more patience. And yeah, that sounds good on paper, but here's what that actually produces. Late entries, wide stops, and the same losing cycle on repeat. The real problem isn't your discipline or your psychology or even your risk management. It's that you're trading the wrong setup entirely. I know because I did it for years. I was jumping between strategies and blowing accounts, and I was never able to get consistent. The best I could hope for was break even, and every time I thought I'd found something that worked, the market humbled me again. That cycle doesn't just hurt your account. It makes you question whether any of this actually works. But then I forced myself to do something I'd been resisting. I committed to trading just one and only one setup. So in the next few minutes, I'm going to break down exactly how it works and how you can start trading it immediately. Now, the first thing we need to do before anything else is set up our chart. First, you're going to go into the Indicator tab on TradingView and type in EMA Cloud, and you're going to see a few options. Select the second one right here. Then you're going to go into the indicator settings and change them to 20, 50, and 50. Once you've done that, you should get something that looks like this. Now we have our cloud set up. The next thing we need to add are the supply and demand levels. If you're new to the channel, I'll link some videos right now that tell you exactly how to find these yourself. So once you've added those, your setup is going to look like this. You have the cloud and you have the levels. The cloud is going to give us our bias and direction, while the levels are going to give us our precise entry and exit points. Now let's get into the setup. Step one is that the price must enter a supply and demand level, and here's why this matters. The cloud flip only tells you when momentum is changing, but momentum shifts happen all the time. You'll see them everywhere on the chart. Most of them mean nothing. A momentum shift doesn't automatically mean a continuation. There are way more fakeouts than genuine momentum shifts, because the cloud is just the 20 EMA and the 50 EMA, and they're both based on the price. So if the price is ranging and moving back and forth, then the 20 and the 50 will keep moving with it and cross each other constantly. But that doesn't mean it's a cloud flip. A real cloud flip only occurs when the price is in a supply and demand level. These are the areas where the market is more likely to pause, reverse, or continue its move to the next level. So when a cloud flip happens inside one of these levels, it's not random. It means that buyers or sellers are actually stepping in at a place where the market is already likely to turn. Think of it this way. The level tells you where. The cloud flip tells you when. You need both. Without the level, you're just chasing momentum shifts in the middle of nowhere. With the level, every flip you take has a structural reason behind it. So step one is simple. If the price isn't at a level, you do nothing, you wait. And if the price is at a level, then we move on to step two. So we see here that the price recently rejected from this supply level and has now dropped into this demand level. And that gives us a clean view of how and where we want to trade, because the price has two choices here. It will either move back to the supply level above or break to the next demand level. We just need enough evidence that it'll move in our direction. Because once the odds shift in our favor, even if we don't win every single one, we'll have a much more profitable outcome. Another thing you also want to take note of is market structure. And I'll explain this more in detail in step two, but this helps a lot with entry precision and will improve your hit rate. But basically, what we're doing here at the most basic level is a process of elimination. We're essentially forcing the market to make a decision, because the price will either move to the upper level or the lower level eventually, right? And if we know which direction we're going to move in, then it becomes ridiculously simple. It doesn't matter if the price takes an hour to get there or if it gets there right away. It doesn't matter how many times it bounces back up or looks like it's going to reverse. If it moves to the lower level before the upper level, we win. That's it. And the way we figure that out is by moving to our second step, which is entering the cloud flip in the direction of the higher time frame cloud. So once we have our condition set up, we want to wait for a cloud flip. But we want to make sure that the cloud flip is in the same direction as the higher time frame cloud. So our execution time frame is the 5-minute, and the higher time frame clouds are the 15-minute, the 30-minute, and the 1 hour. although I stick mainly to the 1 hour. So if we zoom out to the 1 hour, we see that the cloud is sloping down and is bearish overall. The price recently attempted to break above it here, but it failed and is dropping lower. So long term, this is a trend continuation, but short term it's a trend reversal, which makes it even more powerful. Because what that means is that we were bearish before and follow the higher time frame trend, and then we had enough bullish price action for the cloud to flip to the upside. And that could mean one of two things. Either this is the start of an early reversal, and this eventually shifts into a full-blown uptrend and drags all the other clouds with it. Or it'll be a failed reversal, and buyers' conviction will collapse, which will cause the market to drop like a rock. It's basically telling us that buyers are attempting a move here to shift the higher time frame, and if they fail, they'll fail hard. And what seals the deal of that move is the 5-minute bullish cloud finally flipping bearish, because what that means is the price rejected above the cloud then came crashing through it, and now it's stayed there long enough and built enough structure for the cloud to slope down and flip bearish again. So we have three forces pointing the same way. We have the higher time frame bearish cloud, which tells us that long-term sellers are in control. Then we have the short-term cloud flipping bearish, which tells us that short-term sellers just regained control. And then we have short-term buyers being rejected here, which means they failed to break higher, and they're now liquidating all their positions by selling. All of these three forces put downward pressure on the price. So that means if we're going from level to level, and we need to decide which level it'll move to next, what side are you picking here? You'd pick short, right? And that's what makes this setup so powerful. Not only is it a with trend trade, but it's a with trend trade with a failed reversal, which adds even more fuel to the fire and makes it more likely that the price will move to our target level rather than the opposite level. Then you just enter near the edge of the level, place your stop above market structure around the middle of these two levels, and target the next level. And it's a very simple setup to trade because you only need 2 steps. You want to make sure the price is at a level, and then once the cloud flips, just take a trade in the direction of the higher time frame cloud. My trading became super stable and reliable once I only wait for the cloud flip and didn't trade anything else. I just waited for the right cloud flips, which were high probability, and executed on those setups cleanly. Because as long as your higher time frame bias is correct, cloud flips are a powerful confirmation that the market intends to continue moving in your direction. And by the way, if you want to master finding these setups and implementing this, join my accelerator program. You'll get access to a custom indicator with these exact levels mapped out, as well as private one-on-one support from me and a private community. If you're interested, the link is below. So let's see how that looks on the flip side when the market is bullish. Here's what our setup looks like. We had a bullish cloud recently, and then the market started chopping sideways, and that caused the cloud to start turning down and eventually flattening and going a little bearish. So if we're looking at this in terms of the market narrative, this is what we see. Short-term sellers attempted to take the price lower here, but have failed to do so. They've been repelled by every attempt so far. And in the case that the market genuinely does want to reverse, we'd need to break this demand level and then move to the demand level below. The cloud is already bearish here, so it would expand and form a strong blanket of resistance for the price to continue breaking lower. That's one scenario. The other scenario is that short-term buyers reclaim the supply level and continue breaking out and making new highs. This would then continue on to the next level and drag the cloud with it. So our current cloud, which is mildly bearish, would flip bullish and then expand upward to support this move. Those are our two choices. So that's the context. And now we can look for a setup, starting with step 1. That's pretty straightforward. We just need to wait for the price to enter a supply and demand level. And so we do nothing until that happens. Once we enter a supply and demand level, we can move on to step 2. And step 2 is to enter the cloud flip in the direction of the higher time frame cloud. Now we see that the cloud has already flipped here, but this could be meaningless if the higher time frame cloud isn't bullish. We already have the cloud flip, and we already have the rejection of short-term sellers here. So their shorts will be liquidated if the price continues moving up, and that'll give us even more fuel to push to the next level. All we're missing is long-term buyers to confirm this move, so we need to move to the 1 hour to check that out. And on the 1 hour, we see that the price is clearly bullish, and therefore has long-term buyer support. That's exactly what we need as confirmation to enter. So we have upward pressure from 3 points. We have the long-term buyer support, and we have the failure from sellers to break to the next demand level. And we have short-term buyer support with this bullish cloud flip. And that's our entry trigger. So we enter long with our stop under market structure and our target at the next demand level. From here, we just wait for it to play out and let it run. Now we see that bullish momentum continued, and we got our successful breakout move. If you want help implementing this, the link's in the description, and I'll see you in the next video.